Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. It is Wednesday night. That means we are here with Trinity Black and no other than Trinity. Hello. How are you, Trinity?
Hey, everybody. I missed you guys. Hey. What do I have to say? Well, the moon is actually... Wait, I'm a little crooked here. Hold on.
There you go. Oh,
So, yeah, we got the moon in Cancer tonight, so it's very emotional, and tomorrow it's in Leo. But Journey, I brought my feathers out because we're no longer retrograde. Yay!
God, huh?
Yeah, I'm celebrating.
They're beautiful. I love your feathers.
Oh, thank you.
And so many people saying hi here. We got Ann Star
saying hey, everybody.
Hi. And that's Ray and Catherine and Ann and Latoya and Daryl and Tina and all you guys. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
I was late. Yeah.
We had a great show last night and everything was good. So we started something. We're doing 5-minute reads. When we hear the bell, that means we've got 1 minute remaining. Then we're going to wrap up the reading. If you would like to continue the reading, you can jump the list to ask another question so you can get an additional 5 minutes. If not, you can find us at mypsychicconnection.com where you guys can get full readings from us right there on the website. Also, just so you guys know, the site is in an upgrade, so it is changing up, so get ready for that. We're going to have chat and video chat here soon. So we've been waiting on that for, I would say, almost a year now, and they seem to be getting down to the final touches, so we're really excited. All right, guys. So I'm so glad to see everybody here. As soon as you guys say hi, you're automatically being put on the list, so we can't wait to start the show. Remember, guys, I'm going to put up the link here. Let me go ahead and get that ready. So if you guys want to jump the list, you can do so, and we'll check that list periodically as we go through the show, so you guys can get ahead on the list. You guys know how that one works for sure. So just remember, if you jump the list, you'll get ahead. And if there's a list of people on that list, we will get to each and every one of you. All right. Trinity, are you ready to start this show tonight?
Yes, sir. I sure am. All right. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We got quite a few people here and ready to get it rolling. And we're checking the list because I seen somebody said something about the list. Nothing yet on that. So we're going to go ahead and start our show off tonight with Ann Star. Ann Star. She says hi so far, and then we're going to get to your question here in just a second. Remember, guys, when we call out your names, we're going to call out a few names. Unless you jump the list, you'll be in that next. But if we call your name and we don't see a hi or anything that lets us know you're here, we're going to go on. And if we go past your name after we call it out without your question, your name will get put back at the end of the list. So be sure to let us know you're here when we call your name so we can get ready to get your question in. That way we can try to get to as many people as we possibly can. Trying to make time capable for everybody to get in a question. All right, guys. It looks good. Yeah. You guys are here. And Ann Star, she put up here, says, hi, Journey. Just update. Seen my guy today. He surprised me by coming over. He said he hopefully stay over next weekend. Thanks. You're welcome, sweetie. I told you just got to hang in there. Ann, did you actually have a question for us? Hi, guys from Twitch. I see we've been getting Twitch followers here recently. We're very excited about that. And hey, guys, we will... says, hi, I've seen you on a TV show before. I have been on a few, yes. I have been on a few shows.
Were you on a show where the woman was...
People don't recognize me from them, so I'm just like, I don't say anything about it. All right, so Ann says, I have a COVID test tomorrow. Will it be positive?
It looks negative to me. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. You have been having some symptoms lately, but that's only because you're in a situation where you've been taking on more than you should right now. I shouldn't say should either, but you're just taking on a lot right now, more than it's like a lot of food on your plate. And there's a lot of like passions running really high around you, like the environment. So it does appear you have some of the symptoms, but I definitely do not see that you have a positive test of COVID. Also, it just does look like you want to work on your immune system more and also practice your deep breathing. There's a thing here. The thing is, one piece of advice they're telling me to tell you, Anastar, is refuse to be used. So when you go to do favors and goodwills and good deeds and everything like that, just don't be used. Like go in it with your eyes open and being practical as well as loving and spiritual. Because to me that looks like basically the root or the heart of why you even have ailments. And they are bad. And I know you've been achy and not feeling well and have some insomnia. But it's not that severe as COVID and you're going to pull through just fine. And back to you, Journey.
All right.
Okay.
So when I saw the situation, and I didn't feel like you had anything that was going to, you know, show that you were positive for COVID or anything of that nature. So I just want you to know that I feel like this is the energy here is safe. I do feel like you are a bit run down, and that right there is what's making you feel like that's the case here. I don't feel like I said. I really do feel like you're safe, and yeah, just try to catch up on your sleep. Try to eat things that boost your energy, like maybe more proteins, things like that. And I feel like you're going to be safe. All right.
Yeah, I definitely see the protein you're talking about.
Sick. Right, you don't feel sick, but your energy's run down, so it could make you feel that that's the case here. She said, "Thanks, guys. No problem." And all right, we're going to go ahead and check the jump the list and see if anybody's got on that jump the list. Make sure we don't screw them. And go ahead and take a look here. We got our first one from Latoya McGowan. Latoya McGowan, come on down. Throw us your question.
Oh, snap. I'm so sorry. I was looking for my deck.
There it is.
Right? Yeah, this is called God Messages. I don't know if you can see it that good.
That's beautiful.
But thank you. Every now and then they help out with a sentence or two. I do all the heavy lifting, though. I'm the hardest worker out of all of us. These guys here, they just float around invisible, not paying rent or anything, just chilling. I'm sorry. Oh, boy.
Latoya, can I have your question, please?
Yes. What's the question?
There it is. It says, I'm going to go ahead and let you read it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe we can take turns. Got rid of him today and feels I made the right decision. Also, concerning my health as well. Okay, that sounds like a comment, so I will give you feedback. That will help you to help inspire others because there's other people that you've been trying to talk to, for years, trying to help them see the light, as you would say. But Latoya, it just looks to me like you're let me read that again just in case. Got rid of him today and feels I made the right decision. Also, code my health as well. Oh, your health. No, I don't see you with it neither, though, to be honest. But the thing is, sometimes you get a little bit careless, Latoya, a little too friendly. So I think that in your case, I can see why you would think you might have it because the potential of the people you deal with that are not as careful as you. But getting rid of him is good. And now the next step with that would be making your next plan of action of refocusing on back to what you really love. I'm going to put these two cards up here, so you can see them. Well, Journey says tilt them. So here's one.
Yeah.
Thanks. So you see her like she's at the beach and at the sand, but also planning. Oh, there we go. There. So yeah, you want to keep a distance from people that are a little careless or reckless. But that was definitely the Emperor tomorrow. The moon is going to be in Leo, which is a fire sign. That's a really good time, and it's almost a full moon. So after the full moon, when that new moon comes, you want to start planting good intentions and positive affirmations. And I hope I've helped you a lot. And I'd like to send this over to Journey now. Thank you, Latoya.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Latoya, the other energy that I saw is that, yeah, you're going to feel good. You're going to get good vibes. This is definitely going to be something that you are, moving through. This is going to take, it's a step-by-step kind of program for you. So I don't want you to feel like, it's going to get the best of you, because you got the best of it. You decided to make the right choices that were good for you. And I feel like you've made the right decision here. I do see new love that will come, but we're looking at April before that happens. And I'm talking about somebody that is, someone who's worth your time. Not just somebody you just go on dates with, because you can go on dates all day long if you want to. But I feel like you need to take some time for you. Make sure you're doing that. All right, guys, I'm cruising down the list here. Give me just a second as I'm trying to get to everyone here. All right. As I'm trying to write down everybody's names, please bear with us. Let's go ahead and see who's jumped the list. All right. Let's take a look here. See if anybody's jumped the list. All right. Take a look here. Our next person is Kay. Kay, come on down. Throw us your question. And Latoya said, thank you. You are welcome.
Oh, you're welcome, dear.
Kay, we got you, honey. You got to tell us your question. All right, while we're waiting for Kay to finish your question, guys, just remember, this is how we're going to do things. If we call your name, please get your question ready to send. That way you guys can just send it when we call your names. Kay jumped the list, and so we called her name, but you guys, we're going to try to get to everybody as fast as we can. That's why Kay's saying, okay, hold on. Now we got to wait for her to find a message. That's why if we don't get them fast enough, we are just going to start jumping. And if you want to get your question answered after that, you're going to go to the end of the list. We get hundreds of questions, and we get to like 20 to 30 of them, but we're trying to get to everyone, okay? So just remember to be, generous. All you got to do is, write out your question, copy it, and save it. So when it's time, you can just paste it and send. That way your question comes right out. Makes it really easy for you to do that. All right? All right, guys. I'm trying to write down everybody's names as they came through as I wait for Kay to send her.
All right.
Here she goes. She says, I spoke to my youngest sister, Betty, about 2 years ago. After not talking for years, it went well. Do you think we will remain friends?
Wow. Younger sister. Hold on. Well, that's sort of up in the air right now, to be honest. What I see, it looks like it's in transition, Kay. So she's at a point where she's at a crossroad where she's trying to debate and like weigh it all out. Let me reread that just in case, though. I spoke to my younger sister, Betty, about 2 hours ago. After not talking for years, it went well. Do you think we will remain friends? Betty's going to have like an air of caution with her. For some reason, I guess throughout the years, she's been hurt a lot and been going through a lot of different issues, and she's really just trying to work things out within herself. So I do see you guys. Your original question is, do I think you'll remain friends? Yes, I think you will grow, but I think it'll be at a slow pace. It won't be like a fast overnight, like, hey, let's talk again in the next day and the next day. I think she's going to take her time with it, if that makes sense to you. So I just wanted to remind you, Kay, to trust your intuition. And as you guys were on the phone, there was a point where you felt like she was holding something back from you and hesitant on certain things, or like maybe not just being upfront with you. So you picked up on that first before you even messaged us. So you can tell she's going to have caution for a little while. but it'll be okay. So I'm going to pass it to Journey next. Thank you. I know that was brief, and I'm sorry. It just wasn't a lot on that topic.
Right. So she says, no, 2 hours ago. Yeah, we got that. Okay. The thing is that, you know, your energy with your sister, I just don't feel, I know that you want a stronger relationship with her. I just don't feel like it's going to be a fast-paced one. I still see caution on both of you. I do feel like this is where things are at right now, and I don't feel like it's going to grow too quickly. So be patient with it. Let it evolve slowly. Don't talk about negative things that would cause arguments or anything to that nature. Just be gentle, because it's not worth your time to get into another argument and then have the lack there of communication. Will my older sister Rosemary be pissed that Betty and I spoke? I don't feel like she'll be pissed. I just feel like she'll be like, why? Why did you do that? So I don't really get pissed. I just get, she's annoyed. So I wouldn't go as far as pissed. I mean, there's a little jealousy there that she communicated with you first. Or like you guys communicated. So there's a little jealousy there, but I wouldn't worry about that. Like I said, don't let that take control of you. But definitely take it slow. Take it slow. She says, this is the sister that I told you would get divorced. Okay. Just take it slow. Don't talk about anything negative. Let her go with the flow of what she wants to communicate with you. Don't question anything. Don't talk about the past. You're working on something new and fresh. Allow the new and fresh to happen. All right. Well, thank you.
That was one of the rare times where you and I almost 180 contradicted you. I said yes. The reason I said I see her as pissed is because in general she is kind of angry about a lot of stuff. And I believe she has people around her, some people, your sister, who's trying to help her and support her and uplift her. And I believe she's trying to come out of that state too. But in general, all over, she's pretty angry and pissed off. So no matter what the topic is, she's just naturally angry. I do 100% agree with Journey that that's petty. It's not worth, it's not worth worrying about what the other sister thinks about it, because you guys are going to grow. It's going to be gradual. But she's going to be angry a little. But Kay, I want you to try not to take it personally if you and her do communicate, because it's not really personal at all. It's not, no offense to you. She's just working with a lot of issues. And thank you for that, Journey. Ooh.
That's the bell.
Wait.
So wrap this up real quick. But Kay, just know that this isn't going to be something that is, she, like I said, there's annoyance there, and I think that's why you picked up anger, is because she was annoyed. Mm-hmm. So the thing is that I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just say, hey, we communicated. It happened. So, but don't try to push buttons, and that's what I see is button pushing. Thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. All right, we had somebody else jump the list, so let me go ahead and take a look here.
Journey, you're going to have to let me borrow that tie. It matches my lipstick and eyeshadow.
You know, I really wore purple because you connect the purple so well.
I love purple, yeah.
Rowena, you are next on the list, and then Megan Thompson jumped the list as well, so it's going to go Rowena and then Megan. Get your guys' questions ready. All right. All right. And while we wait for them to bring on, there we are. Rowena says, I was just talking a few days ago to a man, Elvin. Do you pick up anything on him that I should know? I want to see if he's a player. Thank you. Do you see us liking each other? I don't know what to think.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel his energy like very strong connected around you that much right now, to be honest. So let me sheesh. Let me look at that a little closer. Well, you should see the card I got for that. 1 second. You ought to let me show it to her journey. No, but right now he's just taking things slow with you. I don't pick up anything major. Like I don't see him. Like I don't see anything really bad with him right now. If he is a player, thank you. Do you see us liking each other? I do see an attraction between you two. I do. I just see that like right now you're more laid back and relaxed in it, and he's pursuing a little bit. Okay, the part you're picking up with him being a player is because there's. I'm not going to say he's dishonest, but he holds things back and he's a little mysterious sometimes. So that's what's coming off to me, and that's like all across the board in general. I just see him not, wanting to open up too much too fast because he wants to see where things are going to go. So he is taking it slow, and that's why it's not like a talk every day. It's every few days or here and there and little messages. I do think there is a definite attraction between you two, though. Excuse me. So basically, and it's funny because I have this card right here. The card is saying that your bond can get deeper. Wait, I don't know if you can see it that good. I'm going to try, though. There we go.
Good.
Okay, good. Thanks, Journey. Right. So I had to get the Oracle card on that one because, like I said, his energy feels very faint to me. And it's saying as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond will deepen. But the question is, will he reveal himself and when? So he's a situation where you might have to let it play out for a few weeks just to see where he's at and try to keep things very light and fun. You mean he's seeing him talk with others? Well, Rowena, that when we first hook up with someone, there's always a chance that there's other people involved. So there's always a chance of that. So 9 times out of 10, you have to assume that initially there are exes, there's leftover people, there's people with crushes on him or that he might have crushed on, but that doesn't mean it's serious. The most important thing is Rwanda checking out where you fit in and how you feel about it and where he's coming from. And I'm giving you the advice with you and him to take it slow, keep it fun, keep it lighthearted. Thank you so much.
Said yes, true.
And there's going to be some conflict a little bit when you get to know him between your individual beliefs. So because you said, is there anything I should know about him? Yeah, there's certain beliefs that you and him may not necessarily be in harmony about or agree on, but these certain beliefs, you could meet halfway or talk it out and you can get a closer bond. But I definitely know that, you have strong feelings towards him and he thinks about you often too. Yeah, but I don't get player vibe from him. But like I said, right now he's a little distant. And I'm going to tell you now, Rowena, usually, when I see someone and I'm not really reading them that well, it's because they're sort of, I like to call it hermit mood. When they're in self-reflection, they're more isolated. They're holding their energy in. They're holding back. And that's how I see him for right now. So I can tell you firsthand, he's probably not going to open up very fast. So, but yeah, as far as other females, you got to assume, yes, he may flirt. He may text other people every now and then. But he would definitely tell you what's going on if you ask him. Thank you too, Rowena. I finished in time.
All right. Yeah, Rowena, just to let you know, I do feel like there is something that's going to work out between the two of you. I just want you to hang in there. The energy is definitely one of those ones that has to build up. As for communicating with others, there is small talk between others, but I don't feel. Hang on, guys, we got a troll. All right. Anyways, so the thing is that just know that we see the energy between the two of you. It builds. Trust is going to be something that's earned. Once you guys get closer, those communications with other people will all of a sudden just stop. So you'll be able to trust. It's just taking its time. So give it a little bit more time. When you guys get closer, the communication with others slows down, you start to move forward. All right. All right. Yeah, Tina, I got it. Thank you. She's like, troll. All right. So thank you, Rowena. All right. Megan Thompson, come on down. And then Sydney Thompson will be after her.
Oh.
So, Megan, go ahead and throw us your question. And then Sydney, get your question ready because you're right after Megan.
I'm all over the place.
All right.
Here.
Here's Megan, and I'm putting you on with Trinity.
Oh boy. Hey guys, my question is, what should I be focusing on while I wait for my ex to reach out? I'm trying not to feel helpless because I want us to reconnect and need something else to focus on. Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah, how about that? You might want to keep it up. I might have to read it more than once.
Yeah, I know. Keywords have certain meanings for when it comes to power, so I get it why you do that. I do it too.
I think so, yeah. And the thing is, the guidance I'm getting from you, and these are things I'm going to actually repeat to you, Megan, some things you've already been considering and thinking about. I would strongly suggest you work on your love emotion, and like crystals help out. Like, I see what you're saying. Like, okay, so it's my mind and my heart. But I'm saying what's good for you right now is working on your love relationship within yourself. Ouch. Which is the hardest one of all. Because in the love realm, now this is what I'm saying, you've been dealing with different forms of deception in love. So while you're waiting for her to reach out, and she is going to come to you because that fake friend is going to come, she's coming out too. So, and her true colors are going to show. And then, your ex is going to want someone to talk to, and your ex is still thinking about you and has feelings for you. But the thing is, there's different things you can do, like light a red candle. You want to, I would cultivate and culture different forms of love, like family love, romance love, love for earth, love for nature. Just try your best to do that. And also, Megan, and I know you're really good at this, try your best to have more fun. I think you're taking stuff so hard and so serious. Not like your picture's like, ah! But, some days you just get in that spot. And like you said, you don't want to feel helpless. So therefore, make sure you're more empowered. Make sure you're purposely doing at least once a day, doing something you want to do that you have full control and power over. And that's why I said, and I'm going back in full circle, make sure you try to schedule out some time for fun and get your mood uplifted no matter what's going on around you. I don't care if it's a cyclops or a thunderstorm or a snowstorm or anything. You just try to make sure you have at least a little time of happiness and fun. Because that's what I'm picking up from you, that you're like blocking yourself from certain pleasures and enjoyment, and you're trying to sacrifice for the betterment and the greater of all good. So I see that too, Megan. I see your reasoning behind it, but it's not helping you. And then you do feel helpless, and you're trying to help other people too, which definitely can help you feel helpless. So it's, like I said, mostly a situation with you where all you have to do is do those things, focus on the love and focus on trying to have fun and be more lighthearted. And then the guidance is going to drift you into other areas that when she comes to you, you'll be prepared to deal with, whatever the topic or conversation is going to be. And stop beating yourself up. It's been hard because I've been replaying the situation in my mind, and it sent me into a spiral. Exactly because, and here's the thing, and I don't even want to say it, but when you replay it in your mind, it's not even accurate though, Megan, because you're replaying what you perceived from it, but not the whole story. You never even got the whole story of the situation of you and your ex. There was so much miscommunication and he said, she said, and squabbles that you never even knew what hit you. You guys didn't have a chance. It was too much coming at too fast, too much transition, too fast, too much emotions. It was a lot going on. Instead of replaying what happened in the past and trying to figure that out, think about how you want it going further. And there is a chance you might, I know your ex is going to end up reaching out to you. It's been hard because I've been replaying this situation in my mind. and it sent me into a spiral. Right. And that's the whirlwind I'm talking about, the cyclops. So no matter what's going on, if it's a thunderstorm, snowstorm, cyclops, PMS, anything, it's just a good time to make sure that you're taking care of you. Really, because I mean, last relationship, it was more of a codependent and leaning on each other, but this is helping you out to be actually more powerful, and you won't you won't feel helpless because you'll know that you're self-sufficient. And I know that sounds harsh because I know that you are very independent, Megan. I know that about you. They're gonna bell. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm about to pass this to Journey. And I just want to end with, I want you to keep that optimism up, and really strongly consider what I'm advising you, which is lighthearted, love, and fun. And then the guidance will come, because now the next thing you have to do is listen. Do not plan. What you're really doing is planning your future and bringing it to pass by thinking of the negative stuff or the fights of why it happened. So you don't want to do that, Megan. I'm going to pass this to Journey now. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Megan, so much for your question tonight. And the things that you can be thinking of are the most positive things you can think about the relationship. Just like Trinity was saying, working on the love part. What can you do to remind yourself, what was it that I was missing? The one thing was communication. So learning how to communicate was a big part of what you guys were going through. So don't allow yourself to get taken in by all the negativity, but think of the things that you can take that negativity to turn it into a positive. So when you guys do reconnect, you'll have those positives and you'll be able to erase those negatives. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Megan. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in a minute. After we get back from our break, Sydney Thompson, Kay, and Mercedes will be next on the list. So get your guys' questions ready. We'll be right back after these messages. We are back, and Megan said, thank you both. You are welcome. And, I know this has been hard for you, so just kind of hang in there. All right, Sydney Thompson, you are next. So come on down with your question, and you have not missed your question yet, sweetheart. We're waiting on Sydney to throw us her question. All right. Give me just a second. Trinity had to step away for just a moment. All right. Give her just a moment. For some reason, she was having a little bit of camera trouble, so she's taking care of that real quick. But all right, Sydney, we got your question and we're waiting. Remember, you guys can jump the list. If you want to get on the jump list, you can go ahead and click the link that we're just posting right now. That will, it creates a $5 donation over to My Psychic Connection for us here. And remember, guys, they are My Press Marketing is selling ad time here at My Psychic Connection. So if you have a business you'd like to share and put out a commercial on our show, that will be shown on YouTube, Facebook, and all the other podcast systems that we're on, please contact mypressmarketing@gmail.com and talk with them. They'll get you guys set up. All right. And Trinity, we got the
Okay.
camera fixed, I see. And so
A
let's go
little
ahead.
bit, yeah.
All right.
It's in reverse for
Yeah,
me,
I see
so I
that, but
keep
it's all
moving it.
good. It's all good.
All right,
So
thank you.
Sydney's here with her question, and I'm going to let you talk with Trinity.
Hello, I'm wondering if my ex and I will ever rekindle our romantic relationship. I'm confused, but I also feel like I'm misreading his signals. Okay, well, Sydney, what's going on with the ex is a lot of the communication was going on during a Mercury retrograde. We're just coming out of it. It ended around the 19th of this month. And sometimes when that happens, when we go to communicate and different things like that, there is like miscommunication or things from the past brought up. And it's very understandable why things would be confusing. Will you reconsider? I'm going to pull two romantic cards for you because, like, I can clearly see right now a lot of this is in transition, and that's okay to be in transition. It's okay to not be sure and know. But what I have for you is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So here it is right here. So, this card is basically summing up that there's things that you believe, if you see it as a woman and she's looking up and gazing, and it's like you taking into consideration a reevaluation of how you were raised to believe certain things. And now, with your growing and studies in metaphysics, your beliefs are changing. So, there's sort of an inner conflict and a confusion, and it actually carries off to him. Now, the romantic picture I get here, I do get 10 of Wands. So there is like I'm going to hold this up real quick, but there is like a strong, I want to say lustful, but passionate thing with you guys. So it looks to me like you guys are going to rekindle eventually, but it'll be a better process and smoother for you, Sydney, if you just kind of work a little more on your belief systems that are at combat with each other. Now, I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, or if it resonates, but that's what's coming out very clear. So if you don't have that established, that harmony and that peace within on certain major factors, it's going to carry out the other parts. But the confusion is he's giving you mixed messages because he's not really sure, because you've guys tried this before, and there was a lot of blaming and accusations and things of that nature. I say take it slow, give it time. I do see the relationship being healed, and apologies out and everything like that. So it is going to get better. Whether you and him get together or not, it's definitely going to get better for you though, Sydney. And I see that very strong. I see love by the summertime, by August. By August, you should have a nice, secure relationship, or at least have that confusion will be gone. The confusion is going to start to fade away around April and May. Spring is like the new year, so we're going to work through February a little bit. March is coming, but around April and May, that's when things will be definitely more clear for you. And by July, it should be more solid, like where you stand in the relationship. So I hope that was helpful, and I'd like to pass it to Journey.
All right. Well, thank you,
Okay.
Trinity. So the
Mm-hmm.
relationship is going to take some time, Sydney. I do feel like if you want to rekindle this relationship, you most certainly can. But it is going to take time. There's got to be I see some trust issues here that seem to be jumping out at me, Sydney, and that seems to be playing a really heavy part on your relationship. And it's also the game where he pulls back and kind of leaves you hanging. And I don't feel that's not bringing you that security that which you're looking for in your relationship. So this is part of the separation. Now, I'm also going to tell you this. Not only is this relationship have the capability of, reversing and getting into a better state, there is somebody else that's going to try to play a part in the very beginning of June. I've seen somebody else trying to grab your attention. So you need to pay attention to that. That doesn't mean that, oh, well, he's going to come back later. This means that this person's playing a part and a role in your life. That doesn't mean that they're going to be your forever person. It just means that they're coming in. and they're talking with you, and you learn something from this person. But the opportunity is there for them to go the longer distance, or if you want, you can get back with your ex. But the option is there. I don't want you to feel that there's only one option for you, because there most certainly is a lot of options for you, and I don't find that your ex is the only one. So something to think about. But Sydney, thank you so much. We enjoyed your conversation. All right. Kay was next on the list. After Kay is Mercedes. Mercedes, get your question ready. Kay has posted her question, and this is what she's got for you, Trinity.
Rita's cooking. She's making spaghetti. I kid you not. That was the first vision Rita wanted to show me. She wanted to show me her cooking, and she has certain recipes, and she wants you to, like, I guess, cook certain foods so you'll sense her and know she's around. Rita was a good cook. Your mom cooked really good. She liked to make things from scratch. So I hope that confirms and verifies that I see her. Now, as far as the dad, okay, let me read the question. Trinity, can you connect with my father, Bill Quinn Sr., not Jr.? Yeah, I don't want to connect with Jr. But the dad's talking about Jr., so hey, I don't know what to tell you. The dad, they are very spiritual, very enlightened. This Mr. Bill Sr., he's a little bit different than he was on Earth. He passed over a while back. So he's really grown and evolved a lot. But for fun's sake, he's coming off joking like he's human. So he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and a funny little hat. And he's just like, it's paradise. It's one vacation after the next. And the work is so good, like that. So that's how he's coming to me. And he likes to come over. She was a good cook, but never spaghetti. They change when they cross over. She's talking about spaghetti for some reason and sauces and staring it up. But the Bill comes over and he grabs your cheeks sort of like that. I don't know why he does it, but he pinches your cheek. Sometimes he calls you a little devil. Yeah, I know that doesn't sound spiritual. I know, but he's just a very fun guy. But he's like, oh, what's she into now? And he definitely does have messages for the junior Bill. He's like, hey, if you're going to carry my name, carry it right. That's I'm sorry. That just cracked me up. He was like, oh, why we name him Junior again? Like that. So that's basically the gist of the messages I'm getting from them. And the other spirit message I would say, from your guide is you're letting your anxiety get the best of you. He was hot shit. Never saw him in that clothing. Yeah, I know. How about that? I know. And that's what he made clear to me before he started communicating. Like, hey, when I was on Earth, I wasn't like this. Like, he's telling me on Earth he was kind of cranky, actually. This Bill guy. He was kind of pessimistic even sometimes, but he had his good moments. But tell me the messages. Well, that might take a while because they have a lot to say. But I want to say this, though. The message I'm getting from the spiritual guides is that you're taking on a lot of responsibilities. You know what I mean? A lot. More than you should, Kay. That's what they're saying. So they're saying either you want to work on time management or take less responsibility. But when you do say something or do something, just own it. Like, don't backpedal. If you know what I mean? You just have to have that confidence within yourself of what you're doing and stick with it. Because that's another thing that's like causing conflict with you, that you're going back and forth and second guessing yourself and doubting yourself. Even if it seems like a wrong choice, which is not, but stand by it. Take responsibility, you know what I mean, of your choices and things you're saying and doing, but don't take responsibility of other people's things. I hope I clarified that. And that was the message. I believe your dad, he sent me that message, but we had to translate it different because he's not physically here at this time now. Well, you know what I mean. He's not spiritually physically here. With the Hawaiian shirt and the hat. He likes Florida. I think he's saying something about Florida. That's why. He's talking about Florida. That's what that hat and shirt was.
Not consider me his little girl. Absolutely.
I told you he calls you his little devil, and sometimes his angel. He likes to rub your cheeks, and he feels as though You know, the last few weeks you've been crying too much. He said you're crying way too much, and like you're letting the things get the best of you. So that's what I got from your dad. And your mom, she just like what she does is she tries to hug you a lot. She's the one who wants you to stay warm. So I don't know if you felt like you want to turn the heat up or you want warmer blankets or you just, or if the room temperature changes around you. I just know your mom likes you to be warm and cozy and comfortable. You and her before she passed, you guys didn't have resolution on certain issues, but she said everything is good now. There's no hard feelings or any of that. Oh, that's why. Well, I guess he's around Florida sometimes. But they were letting me know we're just showing you little images. He's like, I'm not really gonna wear that shirt because he actually showed me his little beer belly looking thing too, like with the shirt. It was like kind of tight when I saw it. So I'm gonna pass it to Journey now. And Kay, thanks for letting me share that memory with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, he still considers you his little girl. There's no doubt about it. They do watch over you. They want to make sure that you are happy with the taking on responsibility. I feel like that had a lot to do with your godparents that you were talking about before, trying to take on the role for them. Just be careful that you don't take on too much. But that's what I have to say about that. But thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. Mercedes, come on down. You're the next one on our list. After Mercedes is Sutherland. Candy, I see you on there. We've got you on the list for a jump. And then we're going to keep on going. If you guys want to jump the list, $5 donation. I'll go ahead and send the link again. And that way you guys have the chance. So the new people that are walking through the door have the opportunity to see the link. It's also on our description. And you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iHeartRadio, and a whole bunch of other podcasts. Your Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Alexa. We're on all of them. So don't forget to check out our shows and kind of write down the times that you guys get your readings. If you want to hear it again, you can go back to where you were on the show and listen to your reading again. So just, you can listen to it and know where you're at. Because you can do it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and all the other podcast systems. They all set up at the same time frames. All right. We've got Mercedes, Trinity, and this is what Mercedes has. It says, what does my love life look like? What does my love life look like? I'm assuming that's supposed to be look like. Is there any spirits that want to come forward? And is any of my exes still in love with me?
I see 2 exes that are in love with you, or at least want your attention. I just see 2 of them. I see one that's like one that's kind of medium built. He's like 5'7". His hair is like brownish blonde, and he might dye it. So I'm so glad you read that for us. Thank you, Journey. It does help it a little quicker because that was a little bit lot, and I was trying to get these cards together.
That's all right, sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm getting is I'm going to actually show her this card too. I'm being lazy. I got the cards doing all the work. I can say it myself too, though.
Yeah.
So the card I picked for you was flirt, and it's saying it's okay to extend your lighthearted energy to others. So, and that's why I'm getting the cards too a little, because it looks like I'm saying the same thing to each person almost. It's bizarre tonight. But basically,
there's a thing.
You're taking this love life thing way too serious. Like, oh, I got to get that one guy. I got to meet him. We got to hook up. And or should I go back? Or what should I do? And it's like, no. Mercedes, you're attractive and you're fun. You're witty. There's a lot of good things about you. And the more you consider that and see that, you share that with people and have fun with it. There's always going to be a guy that likes you, Mercedes. Somebody's always going to have a crush on you or want to get to know you or just want advice from you. So take that, flirt with that, and have fun with that. The love itself, that's going to come, like I see it, like at least maybe 6 months before there's something where it's like you're right back in the mood for a serious relationship. The spirits, what spirits? Wait, let me see. Is there any spirits that want to come forward? Well, I'm not sure if you're. I see a brown dog coming through, and he's very cute, and he's like a tannish brown. and I believe a rabbit. I'm sorry. Where's
Nice.
my animal cards at? But I'm gonna just tell her what's coming to me. Those animals are coming. They're also spirits too. You know, the animal spirits, and the dog is also saying that too. The dog is saying, you know, humans, they take life too serious. Sometimes you have to walk, exercise, and have fun and be playful too. So that's what I see. I see the rabbit. So the vision I'm seeing with the rabbit might not be a literal rabbit, but they're showing me a rabbit, and rabbits represent fertility, you know, and then there's also flexibility they want you to work on too. Physically stretching out, and also reading and or YouTube at least, listening to new things to stretch your mind more, Mercedes. The two exes that are still in love with you, well, actually, there was a guy from high school he watches you on Facebook, and I know that's vague, but this guy, he's got dark hair and his face is sort of like squared. He's like, you know, strong jawline. So he kind of has a crush on you still, like in high school. I don't know if you remember him. He used to get in trouble sometimes, but so that's what I see liking you. I don't think you guys had a relationship though, but that's one of them. So I hope I've been helpful. I think I was. I know I was. So I'm going to pass this to Journey now. Thank you.
All right.
I barely left you any time. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. This is your show. They get to talk to me on Mondays, but I love to add a little tidbit here at the end. It says, you know, what does my love life look like? You know, the thing is about your love life, things will balance themselves out. Now, something about the exes, I'm going to tell you that we need to let them go. I mean, yeah, there's still love there for you, and they have that passion for you, and you kind of, you know, set a standard for them. So they kind of look at some of their new relationships off of what you've given them. So you've created a standard for them. She did say something to you, Trinity. Says, yes, she remembered him. So knew what you were talking about.
Oh, okay, good.
So,
the dog too?
Yeah. The thing is
Who
that
got hit by a car?
the thing is the energy that I see circling you is balance, but you allow the new love to walk through the door. I do see new love coming. I don't have a date for that just yet on my end, so just get prepared for it as it will come forward. Get ready, lots of things changing for you. So just be prepared. It's gonna be good. So, but thank you, Mercedes. Your energy is good. You got positivity coming your way. You're doing a lot to change things in your life. Get ready to brace it. That's where you're at. You're in transition. So it kind of feels like everything's up in the air right now. Right now is the time to kind of, pay attention to what's going on around you. Go with the flow. Don't fight the current. Allow things to come to you. Be a little bit more open to new love walking in, and even meeting new friends was something that I saw coming your way. And Mercedes says, I know what dog. It was a dog that she saw in the reading. It was a brown dog. So, but thank you, Mercedes. Thank you so much for your question tonight. And we got Candy Sutherland. Let's see here. She goes, my questions are... All right, let me get you on here there, Trinity. Says my question. Any message from the other side, from spirit world? What should I do with my career? Should I continue my business? And anything you would like to share, basically, any messages from loved ones?
Well, so being you're constantly getting a steady supply of love, I feel like I always have a message in that area. But as far as your business, I don't like to blame our lives on the planetary systems, but that retrograde, and also like sometimes with the world trends, even the election and all of these things, they do have an effect on us, So your business, it's going to pick back up. I would stay with that if I can. If you can stay with the business, you want to try to sort of tough it out, because it does have great potential. It really does. And you've done the numbers, you've done the math work to see that in the next year from now, your trajectory, it's going to go up a little bit, but after that, it's going to go up almost double. So if you didn't do that, then check your numbers again, because that's going to be a nice niche for you. It should grow and be prosperous. is what I'm sensing. Any messages for you? Let me double check that again, because the first thing that comes up is, wow, make sure you put love over fear. That's like, wow, that's coming first. And forgive yourself. So before I compliment you, I am going to get on you a little bit, Candy. You are your worst critic, and you're coming down on yourself very hard on small things. But you're in a situation like you're very much doing well. You're in alignment. You're in tune most of the time. So when you slip and fall and you feel that depression coming up or that hot heated anger, you have to learn to forgive yourself in the sense of, just talk yourself down. Like, hey, I made a mistake, but I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna pick up and I'm going to go forward. So that's what I hear from you from the spiritual realm. Your spiritual guides are trying to get through to me. Oh, thank you, Candy. They're trying to tell me something personal because from what I gather, you were talking to them, to someone in the spiritual realm, and you're like, do you guys even hear me? Do you even see me? Do you know I'm here? Is this real? Am I crazy? And they were saying, yeah, but you're asking about things that are mysterious and that are taking a while. And I know it sounds weird, but you give it another week or two, and those answers are going to come more freely. They will, because I know you've been asking questions about that. So they're not giving me the answers right now, but I do feel like, let me look at one more card here too while I'm talking to you. King of Cups, I suppose it's a Scorpio. So that's the biggest thing I get right now, is that you are doing good. And the only thing I see stumbling is that sometimes you're a little bit harsh on yourself with criticism. And the spirits are telling me the reason that happens with you, and they're going to give you good advice, but the reason that happens is because you're such a bright light that you try to dim your light for other people. So naturally, sometimes you're like, oh my God, I'm so stupid, or oh, that was so silly of me. Like that. They're saying, don't do that. Like, you just have to be 100% you and embrace you and enjoy you. And I don't like when they tell me stuff like that, because I have to do it too, I guess. But anyway, Candy, I'm not going to keep you long, but right now you just want to keep it short and steady. There is no advice that I have for you beyond what you're already doing. Now, if you want to open up more, then that comes back into the thing of giving out more appreciation or more time of meditation, like only a few minutes, 10 or 15 minutes of just looking within and relaxing, and you'll definitely hear more communication. You're definitely, I do see empath gifts with you, but that's not something you want to really cultivate because it's strong in you already. Like, you already feel what other people feel. That's part of the situation. You know what I mean? You want to actually ground more, actually touch soil and salt, or, just fade out on TV sometimes, or whatever you're into. Just find something that's a very strong interest. Your business is going to get better, though. I'm going to pass this to Journey now. Thank you, Candy.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Candy, she also said, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Now, Candy, this is the other thing. When Trinity was talking about you beating yourself up, you are your own worst critic. But the thing is that you are taking from your business. You're actually hindering your own business. I feel like you are feeling like, to me, I keep seeing the failure energy. Like, you feel like you're not doing as well as you can. And the reason you're slowing down is because of that type of feeling. So stop beating yourself up and bring yourself back up, because I'm seeing new business coming your way, and it's going to pick right back up for you. And it's going to be like you never slacked at all, or you never beat yourself up at all. So finances are definitely growing for you. As we get into the summer, your finances are going to almost double. It's just, yes, totally understand it. I just know that right now this has been a hard time for you, and I feel like you are in a constant flux and you keep doing this to yourself. But know this, you are doing better than most. You've come a lot further than anyone ever thought you would. And I feel like you forget that type of energy. I feel like you forget that you've, who you are, where you came from, and what you've accomplished. Remind yourself of what you've done, because you're an amazing person. and you help so many other people, and you do it out of the kindness of your heart, but you don't realize how much you're helping people. So remind yourself of the good things. Take yourself away from negativity. By doing so, you're going to build everything back, and you're going to build it better. Thank you so much, Candy. Thank you so much for your question tonight. She says, you're awesome. Thank you so much. You're welcome. She says, yes, sir. Totally understand it. All right. Well, I'm glad, Candy. Now, guys, if you're on Facebook, don't forget to like the group that you're in. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and ring the bell. And everything that we've got going on here, we are going to do a little bit more stuff on YouTube. We're coming to the end of our drawing, so we will have a winner soon to see who won for subscribing and ringing the bell. So once we get those in, everybody's name, we got until the 28th to subscribe to YouTube so you can be a part of that. And every month, everybody that's on our YouTube channel will get into the drawing so we can give away another free gift. So each month we're giving away a free gift. So check it out. We're trying to build up our YouTube channel, and we're really excited about it. All right. We got Jump the List. Hannah, you are after Kay. Kay is next. So, Kay, throw us your question, sweetheart. While we wait for Kay's question, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back after the messages. All right, and we are back. All right. Bang! Bang!
You should see me on these breaks. I'm like, let me get my coffee. Let me get a drink. I'm like, okay, hurry up.
We got to take these small breaks so we can take drinks and things of that nature.
Yeah.
All right, so Kay has a question for us, and then Hannah is after Kay. All right, so here's our question from Kay, and I'm going to leave you here with Trinity.
Hey, Kay. My ex-husband, Ralph, and my oldest son, Ryan, trying to discourage my son, Greg, and his wife, Jamie, from building a townhouse. I don't see any good reason at these low interest rates. I'm pissed at that. My ex-husband's reasoning is the principal. Bullshit is what I said to Greg and his wife. Okay, so that's probably what we were talking about. You're taking on way too much more, though, Kay. Way too much more. You got to go ahead and let them do what they're going to do. But let me just see if I can understand. I don't see any good reason at these low interest rates. Hold on. Okay, Kay, what I'm saying is your deep love, okay, is causing you to worry and think the worst, and it's bringing on fears. So, like, it's basically too much weight for what you're doing. You know, like, you're trying to attract a soulmate and a partner and get that love that you want. So some things you would have to let go of to get that. But I definitely agree with you. If they want to build the townhouse, why not do it? Things are going to get better soon for them also. So if they're able to do that, I don't see why not either. I agree with you on that, especially with low interest rates. Now, as far as being pissed off at your ex-husband, you know, that's one of the things you might have to sort of let go of and let it start to fade away. because like you've already spent enough time, dealing with him and his back and forth and his opinions and everything. And I just, congratulate you for being supportive to your son and his wife. But I agree with you on that, and I do think that things will work out, and that would be a good thing if they could build the townhouse because, like you said, low interest rates. So with that, I'm going to pass it to Journey.
All right.
Yes.
So, I mean, I understand I know what you're talking about when it comes to the low interest rates and things like that, and I think it's great. And you know what? The discouraging, remember, you and I have talked about this, and when it came to the townhouse, and actually Faith was involved when we talked about this as well, we both seen them not getting this townhouse. So, them discouraging them from building this townhouse, they're going to be successful. Because before this was even going down, you and I still seen that this wasn't going to happen. They were going to try to sign, and then all of a sudden they were going to back out. Why? Because they found a house. So I did feel like they were going to get discouraged. Now, Trinity understands what you're talking about, and she's trying to explain to you about all the stuff that you're taking in. And so just hang in there, because they are going to find a place. As Trinity said, she's seen a home around them. But this isn't going to be the home, and unfortunately, this new build, it's actually not a good idea for them. But to get the low interest rate and stuff like that, they're still going to get a house, which is still going to be good. It's still going to be beneficial to them. She goes, why does the father have such a big influence on Greg? Because they have that connection. They're connected that way. It's almost like the same person. They act a little bit differently, but they think a lot of things alike.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
Yeah, one's more outspoken about it than the other.
Greg's already wanting the same thing as the dad, so when the dad suggests, it's like, yeah, let's do that. It's not so much his influence. Yeah.
Right. But Kay, just know that they are going to find their home. It is coming. But the townhouse, I really think that this is not a good idea for them. So they're not in a bad place. So just hang in there. It does get better from here, honey. They do find a place. But this townhome, I just don't see it as a good idea. And so Greg and I are besties. Well, that's different for being a bestie. But the thing that I saw is that they have similar minds. They think alike. You guys might be the best of friends, but him and the father, they think alike. Greg doesn't always say what's on his mind until someone else brings it up. So just hang in there. It does get better. They find a place. So you just have to hang in there and trust and believe that they are going to find what they're looking for. I do see it. Okay? So they get a house. The townhouse is not there. It's not the ideal home for them. I see them actually having a little piece of land and a house, and it's a little bit better for them. That way, if they decided they wanted to grow a family, they could do so, or have a dog, or do whatever they wanted to do. So it just seems better for them. She says, right. Okay, when do you think they'll find a home? June? I got summer. Did you pick up on anything on that?
Well, the thing is, when she mentioned townhouse, I saw that more as a long-range thing, though. I saw that years down the road.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, they'll get it. But yeah, if they're looking for something immediate, it would take a few months. Yep.
Well, see, Faith, I saw them signing the documents for this townhome, and they backed out of it. So,
okay.
Like you're picking that up too. That's why it's
maybe so. Yeah, I think I'm picking up like the lingering energy because one of them very strongly do. I think it's the female. She definitely wants to townhome and to build it and all that. But that's going to take a lot of money and resources and scheduling and work schedules and deciding what area they're going to pick. That's going to take a little while. Mm-hmm. But I definitely see that intention for it there.
Absolutely.
Okay. But it might not be the most practical for the immediate moment for like the next few months.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, they're in agreement again.
Just know that everybody's being put on the list. We're going to try to get to everybody. If you jump the list, your question will be answered. And then when we're with nobody else jumps the list, we go back to the other list and we go straight down how everybody answered. Okay? So just know that you guys are on the list. We're going to try to get to as fast as we can. All right, Hannah. I see she had a question, and she jumped the list, so she was next. Let's go ahead and says, may I get messages from my spirit guides or ancestors? Ancestors.
Sure. Let me see. They're saying right now, okay. Do you want to narrow that down a little? I know we only have a little time limit, but that's a big, wide range. And I feel like you've been reaching out. So let me tap into you for a second, Hannah. I feel like you've been looking for signs anyway and guidance. And you actually want to get, I feel like you want to get so deep into the spiritual realm, you can hear somebody tap on your shoulder and say, boo, like that, or see a ghost or something. So have you been having psychic phenomena around? Yes, you have. Are they trying to get your attention? Yes, they are. Why are they trying to get your attention? That's the question we all want to know too. So, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, they're trying to get your attention to say, hey, you're losing focus. Pay attention to what you're doing. So in the spiritual realm, that's what's going on. That's you're basically distracting yourself from what you really want. There's things you've been working on and you're starting to give up hope. So you're like, oh, never mind, it's not going to work, or forget that, and jumping around. So you're not sitting long enough to get the manifestation you want, like that. And I do have an older woman, and she's like sending messages to me like, hey, she's actually questioning my validity, whether I exist or not. So I know she's an ancestor of yours, because she said if she didn't come, you wouldn't be here physically. Or you would, but not through them. But anyway, she's saying that too. Oh, well, that's good though, Hannah. Let me read that again. Let me see. Okay, I do see a younger guy around you that passed away. He died like really fast. So he likes to put your head up a lot. He likes to just be like, hey, look on the bright side. Hey, I'm not even dead. Hey, look at me. I'm here. So he jokes around and plays a lot. So the relationship this young man is showing me was that you two were like friends and supported each other, or maybe he wasn't as open about how he felt about you, but he definitely felt like you supported him when he was on Earth and he tried to support you. Yeah, I believe it was the grandmom, but it could have been the great grandmom too. This woman, her skin was like olive. Her hair was like jet black. Okay. And she was on the thinner side. So it was either a grandmom or a great grandmom. But she's saying that you're fine. You just have to pay attention more. You don't get careless. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. They're saying little things like that. There was something else you asked Spirit too, not too long ago, and it was about a guy. And yeah, you're right. The guy does have a crush on you, because you asked them that. You're like, do you think he likes me? Does he like me? Like that. So Spirit is like, yeah, he definitely likes you, but right now you just gotta focus on what you're working on. You're working on specific things right now, and they're time sensitive. Even though we have infinite time in reality, but there's things you're working on that need to be worked on and resolved by at least September. So it's like an all summer long thing. And they all said you're doing good with your weight. And they're implying that they like the way you're working on your healthy lifestyle of increasing more healthy stuff and less unhealthy stuff, because you were mumbling something about too much sugar makes you too jumpy or something. So that's the messages I was receiving. So I'm going to pass this to Journey now, Hannah, and thanks for asking. I appreciate that. That was fun. The grandma dances a lot, so that was really great. Yeah.
So the thing here too is that Spirit was picking up and saying that, I keep seeing they want you. Now this is the woman too, so I'm picking up the female's energy as well. More than likely the grandmother that's telling you to stop self guessing yourself, second guessing yourself. Stop. Use your intuition. You've stopped. You keep doubting yourself. So stop it. You're a happy person. You know what you want. Don't lower your standards. They want you to stay you. They don't want you to forget you. They don't want you to fall when they know you're on the right track. You keep second guessing yourself, you're going to start falling off that track. I also see transition. You kind of feel a little lost. That's what they're saying, is you're not lost. You're just going to the next level. There are some friends that are going to kind of back away. That's okay. Don't go after them. Don't fall back into the same circle. They're saying get ready to prepare yourself for change, not only for new friends, but financial. There's a financial increase coming your way. So get prepared for it. It's time. You're growing, and you're going to continue to keep growing. You're on a really good track, and things are just going to keep getting better. They want to remind you of that, Hannah. They really want you to stay on track. Don't second guess yourself. Your intuition is really strong. You know things. You'll second guess yourself, and then the first thought that you had originally was the direction in which you should have went, but second guessed yourself and decided to take a side road. Well, that side road had potholes, and it wasn't fun. So you've learned that you should trust what you need to do. And she says, heck yeah. And, they want you to follow your dreams. That's another thing, is like, your dreams are not unreachable. They are definitely there. So they want you to know that. But Hannah, we have run out of time for your read tonight. But thank you so much. If you want to ask another question, you guys can, jump the list again if decide you want to do so. But so let's go ahead and check to see if anybody jumped the list. If not, we're going to be going to Selena. All right, Selena, are you still with me?
Okay.
All right, sorry about Selena, that. Flirty Butterfly. Selena and Flirty Butterfly.
Flirty Butterfly, that's cute.
All right, Selena or Flirty Butterfly, send me something, let me know, and then send us your question. She says, thank you guys so much. You are welcome, sweetheart. You are just a bright light. I really love her energy.
Oh.
She's got such a great energy. And, the spirits were wanting her to remind herself, don't second guess. It's time. Move yourself forward. Because what she's doing is she gets nervous when she goes into transition, and then she falls back into the old circles and ends up doing everything all over again that she's already done. So they want her to get to that next level because it's time.
Yeah, I've done that. We've all done that. She's asking a lot and not paying attention to the signs and the answers as much, too. And he's like, oh, well, they didn't do nothing. Nothing happened. I'm like, hey, we dropped a book on the floor for you. You're so ungrateful.
Exactly.
We knocked that over. We made a gust of wind come right when you didn't think it was going to be breezy. So the signs are there.
Well, we've got Selena here coming from YouTube. Flirty Butterfly and Desiree Wimmer. Get your guys' questions ready. You're next on the list. Here's Selena.
Wow, the situation with my sister is going good, but she went back to her old ways. Will next month get worse yet again? Boy, I tell you the truth, Selena. I really put a lot of good energy into your sister and your family and you as well, because you come frequently. My thing is, it looks like all summer long she'll be going up and down. Like, I do see her come into the light eventually. I do see her at that point where she wants to change her lifestyle. You know what I mean? But no, I think it's going to still be that roller coaster up and down situation. I can let me see. Let me just double check that question. The situation with my sister is going good, but she went back to her old ways. Well, the thing I'm saying with you, and I've said it before, but I'm going to still say it again, and every time I see you. But the best thing you can do to help your sister, and I know it sounds harsh, but you got to work on you, because when she comes out of it, or when she does need that friend or that good advice, you'll be ready for her. Yeah, I thought she was going to start doing good, but no hope. No, because she's really dealing with a lot, She really is, but she's not really at that point to where it's like, okay, I'm ready to change my life. Oh, kisses to you too.
I adore you.
Thank you, Selena. But I know you have a great love for your sister, and I know that, like your dad, like I told you before, he's not going to do the tough love and strict up yet, but he's starting to catch on like, okay, this is bigger than I thought. He's already reaching out for help and support and advice to help like resolve the situation. Eventually, your sister's situation is not going to affect yours as much. Eventually. But right now, it does have a big influence on you. All you can do is like just keep sending her those love vibes. I know it's hard though. It's very hard. I know that. And I do have compassion on your family. But it looks like at least for a few more months, she's going back and forth. But it's all in her head that she thinks everyone is against her. Right, because she's against herself. So with her, you know, that guilt and condemnation of herself. But a lot of times she's just having fun. So I wouldn't like worry about her a lot. I wouldn't worry about her a lot. But I think that's very good that you do, you know, try to seek guidance from the spiritual realm concerning her. But like I'm seeing her energy right now. She's just like sometimes she's just having a lot of fun and enjoys it. She's numb in pain. You know what I mean? She's living her best. And that's why Trinity keeps telling you, hey, Selena, I know you love your sister, but you got to pick up and get your life. Like, you're a beautiful girl. I don't know if you're in a serious relationship, but I definitely see romance for you and a happiness and more money coming your way down the road in the next few months. And I just don't want you to miss out on your opportunities because your sister comes in slamming the door, screaming and crying, or comes up with a new story. And then you go down with her and feel helpless and hopeful. Like, oh, there's no hope for her. There's nothing we could do to help her. And then that brings your energy down. And then, you know, now the dad's going to go down too. Everyone is like spinning around. And then she does better. And that's letting her have way too much control and power. And I think the sister is a good example for you, Selena, to not allow that with anybody, any human on earth, anybody, to make you, you know, she takes your smile and literally breaks it in half. Like, I've seen it. I've seen you happy and cooking. I've seen you on the Facebook trying to flirt with guys and all that stuff. And she comes in from out of nowhere when you least expect it. And now, like 10 minutes later, you're pissed or you're sad or you're scared. Or at night, you're worried about her. Like, is she going to die tonight? Are they going to hurt her? And it's like, it's not much you can do about that because this is her journey. This is her story she's writing for herself. All I said was, I know she's going to come to the light eventually, which I hate to say things like that because that's like saying even a broken clock's right 2 times a day. But that's the only hope I can give you, that eventually, one way or the other, either on this side or the next, she's going to come to the light. But everything's going to be okay. But it's important that you look at you and what you're going to do for you, because a lot of good stuff is coming your way, Selena. Okay, Journey, thanks. I'm going to pass it to you now. A lot. It's like gifts. Yeah.
All right, Selena. So, you know, the thing about your sister is that she's in a form of depression that she can't get past. This depression is really getting to her. And she also told you, no, you're absolutely right, Trinity. But the thing is that, Selena, this is just where she's got to find herself. She's lost at the current moment. So just hang in there, okay? She is going to come around. I just want you to know that it's going to take, when she finally comes to you and she's wanting the real help, that's when you're going to know. But for now, you're going to have to kind of put up with what she's doing. But don't give her any energy until she's ready to fix herself. Because she's not thinking with the right mind. There's depression there. There are also other things that are there. So just hang in there. Thank you, Selena. Thank you so much. Thank you for your call tonight. All right, so
yeah, let her know I was interpreting for spirit. I don't stalk my psychic connection people. I don't run around coming over your house watching you, hoovering over your shoulder, watching you flirt with guys. I let her know that she is really lost in her own head. But I definitely know I was just passing a message for her, and that there are gifts coming for her. It's things she's asked for, material things and emotional, that are on the way. But she's got to open her eyes and see it to get it. But yeah, let them know, Journey, I'm not a stalker. If I ever say I saw you or heard you, I'm translating for them.
I don't think she thought anything of it.
I'd be creeped out. I'm like, wait, you saw me that day on the phone talking to Brian? Like, what? Like, yeah, we saw you. We got cameras everywhere. Yeah.
All right. So our next question is coming from Ariel Bell from YouTube. And then Butterfly or Flirty Butterfly, you'll be next. All right. Just need direction, struggling, letting go of Jerome. Did I say that right?
Yep. I've heard you've been looking at trying to sever the cord and break ties and release him. But because of the dynamics of you and his relationship, the quickest and easiest way to let go of him is to get a new love. Is to get a new love. That's the quickest and easiest way. Is to don't try to not think about him. Just look more for what you enjoy and what you really love. She said no. Okay, no what? Jamal. I mean, I probably need you to clarify a little bit. Oh, I see what you mean. No to the cord cutting and letting go and all that stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
I might have said his name. I might have been saying no to that.
Oh, who knows, right?
All right, just
no.
let us know what you're saying no to so we know what part we're saying no to.
Mm-hmm. Well, as we're doing that, and I'm just going to just share the messages I'm getting while she's articulating whatever she's going to clarify it with. Oh, he got killed. Oh, snap. Just the same. Oh, no wonder I saw cords, because I don't usually say stuff like that. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to rely on my conscious mind and beta mind and all that. I'm just going to open my mind and pass on to you what I'm getting. So whether he be physical,
Say no on his name.
whether he be physical or invisible, it's still the same principle. It's very important. It's not about letting him go. It's about focusing on what you love. Now, this man, you know, like you're trying to let go of him. I don't know why, but you want to just look at the good memories and the good times you've had. Things about his personality that you enjoyed and loved, you have to understand that's eternal. That energy doesn't like just die or go away. It might change form. It will change form. It will evolve. But the what I said before you told me he passed over, I still stand by that. That it's not so much of letting go or cutting cords or release any of that. Right now, you're in a situation. It's like a dynamic situation. Like I said, there was a lot going on that most humans wouldn't even understand between you and this person. So the thing is, you want to focus on what you love most. And I know that sounds so small and petty, maybe to you. It does, but you're like blocking it. And that's why, I mean, if I were to guess the biggest thing, and I'm taking a guess, but the biggest thing about you that's hurting is your anger and unforgiveness. It's like you're just holding on to these feelings, like just holding on so tight. And this is why I'm saying release it by looking at, well, okay, you don't like this, you didn't like that, you didn't like that the way that went, you didn't like that was said. So why don't you just start looking at what you do like and what does feel good and vibe with that energy, and then it'll lighten up. I hope that was helpful to you, sweetie pie, and I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, it's not really a loss on my side of it, but, you know, yeah.
So I'm going to say a few things here. When I saw the energy and trying to release the energy, it feels that you can't fight this connection. Your love for him is still extremely deep, and I'm seeing a lot of pain there. But what I got here is that this will go with time. The cords, I feel as though that cutting is to try to release. It's not that you'll forget and that you'll stop loving, is that you've got to release the soul so you can continue to live your life. Now, know that this person's going to be around you, and I am sorry that you've lost him. But the thing is that it's definitely difficult. It's going to take time to heal. Allow yourself to communicate with him as he's there listening. He hasn't walked away from you. He's still near you. Your connection is strong. And I really feel like that's why Trinity picked up cords immediately, because there was an attachment. And those cords are attaching you to him, but it is also keeping you with him and not letting you be here physically. So continue to keep trying to release things a little at a time. Tell him everything you feel. Allow yourself to express. talk to what looks like a pillow or write it down on paper. But it's time to allow yourself to let go, but you'll never forget, and you'll always have him around you. Thank you so much for your question tonight. All right, guys. We are coming to the 30-minute mark. We got 30 minutes left, so we're going to try to take as many readings as we can. From that point, it says no more jumping the list, so guys, don't jump the list anymore. We're going to go ahead and take Flirty Butterfly. Flirty Butterfly coming from YouTube. There we go.
Oh, crap. Sorry about that, Flirty Butterfly. I've recently reconnected with a guy from my past, and he changed his ways. And so I'm wondering if he and I will be in a long-term relationship and be an official couple. Hold on. He didn't change that much. Sorry. You might want to reconsider if you want that long-term thing, but okay, just in case you do, it's going to be a rocky road, so keep your seatbelt on. Yo, you're in for a lot of surprises with this guy because things are going to be revealed to you about him that you really should know. Oh my God, you're going to see so much stuff with him. So the thing is, the reconnection with the guy from your past, what I'm picking up is that he did not change his ways. He just masquerades them better. And he's trying to people please you. He's trying to say the words you want to hear and like sort of put out that pretense. And that's okay though, because everybody's on different levels in life. We're all in different walks of life. I'm not saying he's wrong, but he hasn't changed that much. Like the stuff you didn't like is still there. Sorry to tell you that, but he knows that you don't like it, so he's going to cover that. I'm sorry. Can we put the other question back up again? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was just letting you know that bad stuff.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Then it says, I'm wondering if he and I will be in a long-term relationship and be an official couple. This guy has a fear of commitment. This guy has a fear of love. This guy has a fear of getting hurt. And you're not there. Flirty Butterfly. Like usually that's a good match, but you're not there at all. Like you're ready to the little annoying things. Yes, he still does. But the thing is, I think you're on a different level than him, a different vibrational level as far as relationships, and you guys are not really on the same page. It looks like from where we're sitting at, because you're on the page of committed, be faithful, communicate. Let's work out together. Let's go hiking, or let's have cookouts and dinners. And you're on that lovely love romance, and this man has that potential, but that his heart ain't in it. It's going to take a long time to wait for him to get right, and there's too many fish in the sea. He was badly hurt before, and we are taking things slow. Right. So just keep your options open. And I don't usually like to say things like that to people, but that's what's coming strongly. And a lot of these things that I'm saying to you, other listeners might not resonate with because I'm repeating to you what they've been telling you. So, yeah, I wouldn't tell everybody that. But, yeah, but Flirty Butterfly, you've already said that yourself. You said it yourself. That should I do it? Like, are you really wasting more time with this guy, So you want to keep your options open and don't commit fast because eventually his true colors are going to come back out. And when it does, like, it's not going to be a nice situation. Like, that's really horrible. But there is good news and hope for you. There's other people out there that have the same common interests as you. And if you don't block it, then that guy, he'll be attracted right to you and you'll know. You will know. You'll be like, oh my God, who's he? And you'll click. You'll click. It'll start with the mental things, conversation. It'll start out like a friendship, but it's going to blossom. I see that guy too. And I see him coming over the summer and your relationship growing more. And it looks like in July. But this ex guy or the old guy, you might want to learn some lessons from him or see what his number is or give him a fair chance. But he definitely is hiding things from you for sure. Okay, but they will be revealed in a few weeks. Okay, Journey, I'm gonna pass it to you now.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Flirty Butterfly, I'm going to say this. The energy that I see circling it, if you want this relationship between you and the current person, it's going to take a long time. I know you guys are moving things slowly, but they are going to be a little difficult. So, I want you to know that, in order to make this relationship work, it's going to be a step by step by step by step. And it's a long, drawn out process. As Trinity was saying, there is someone new with the same interest with you. So, don't lose hope that he's the only one. She goes, I just have had family giving me their opinion. It's annoying. Yeah, don't have to listen to everyone else. I mean, you got to do things at your own pace, and you got to make sure you're doing things for you. You may have love for this gentleman, but are you doing the right things for you? Are you okay with taking things slow? You need to ask yourself these questions. And I know that other people are trying to give you their input and how they would handle the situation. It's not always how you would handle it. So don't allow yourself to get pulled into that. She says, I'm interested in another guy. He is very interesting to me. Is he very interested in me? Yes. This other gentleman is interested in you. So as Trinity was just telling you, that options are open, girl.
And the other guy's a lot more fun. He laughs and jokes, and he tries to be supportive. He's going through a financial situation because when the COVID hit and the quarantines and stuff, it did knock him off balance a little bit. So because of that, he's feeling a little insecure. So he's not coming at her full force.
Right.
But he's definitely, something worth having fun with. But the ex, what you might have to do with the ex guy who's coming back into your life? You might have to be more quiet and let him talk more and give him enough rope to hang himself. If that makes sense. He'll reveal more that way.
All right, Flirty Butterfly, thank you so much for your question tonight. Just, I would keep my options open, but if you're trying to make this relationship that you're currently in work, it's going to take forever. Just so you know, you better have patience.
It will. I mean, it's like she feels like she owes him something.
Yes, he works like crazy. All right.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Up. Oh, Rhonda, girl, you're not supposed to jump in the list. We're at the end of that, but I will take your question, sweetheart.
Well, that's nice of you. And we do have the moon in Cancer, so why not?
Oh, hang on. It didn't jump the list for you, sweetheart. I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for it.
Listeners are in trouble tonight. All the tarot cards were saying the same thing, so I'm like, okay, let me put them aside. I get it.
Oh, she asked for Rhonda, we're not jumping the list right now, sweetie. We're at the last 30 minutes. We don't jump the list. All right. So I need Desiree Wilmer and Catherine Griffin or Ann Williams. One of y'all bring us a question. She said, okay, the second guy it is. Laugh out loud. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetie. That's the better pick because if you went with the other one, woo!
The sex is good, but that about it.
You better have some damn patience. And you better get some more nerves because it'll take a long time. All right, here's Desiree coming from Facebook. I'm going to put you over to Trinity.
I've had several important people pass away. I just wanted to know if anyone was coming through. Well, none of them, I guess, let me see. Hold on one second. Did you have pets too? Why am I seeing a bird? Okay, because I'm seeing an eagle right now. Yes, I am. I'm seeing mountains and an eagle. Is a person who had a big ego. Like, this is the funnest part of any type of mediumship to me, is like they want to play games with me. Like, here's a piece to the puzzle, here. But you might want to narrow that down a little bit if you can. But if not, I'll just talk to you and you can take what I say, I guess. But yeah, someone is from the other side and they're being mysterious because they have a mask on. not a quarantine mask, like a Halloween mask, okay? And what they're doing is they're showing me symbols. They're showing me mountains and eagles. And they're telling me to tell you, Desiree, I want you to fly like that eagle and don't be ashamed of it anymore. They're saying, I want you to soar through what you consider these challenges and problems because you're better than that. So there, that one's anonymous. Okay, she's out. Next. It's like, I'm sorry. But it's so true. Next. Now there's an older gentleman and he used to have problems with his knees or something. And this one here, the guy, what he's trying to get across to me is you look too much at his death as if there was something you could prevent, as if you could change it, as if you only would have did this or said that. So there's like a lingering, I don't want to say guilt, father, granny, and husband. Granny's husband. Maybe that's him with the knees. But he's you gotta tell me something different. I don't want to say the same thing to everybody. but he's like, but it is the same thing. He wants you to enjoy life and embrace it. And don't feel guilty and don't apologize for it. Woo, that's strong. He said, don't apologize for it.
My husband.
That's your husband saying that? Okay, well, he's saying something about you guys having secret talks, and he wants you to remember them. And he's talking about a locket, and it looks like this. It's like this size, though. It's like a little round. It's like a locket, or a charm or something. He's just like the husband guy. He's babbling on. He's very excited. He's talking fast. I guess you haven't seen a medium in a while, and he's like, God knows he's been poking you and tapping you and everything. He's joking with me. This guy here, whether it's the husband or not, he's like, Jesus, I feel like Bruce Willis in the movie Sixth Sense. Like, oh, I'm trying to get to her. I'm trying to tell her stuff, and she's not hearing me. And I would say, like, what I would say to him is, and to you also, is draw pictures, because when you draw the pictures, you'll communicate with your inner being more, and you'll get the messages better. And then in that case, it might be a situation where you just get images right now, and it starts out slow, but it will grow. The images that also I'm getting is I'm seeing lots of water. I'm seeing romance near water. But it's not a beach. It's like a little creek. It's like a little creek. It's very private and secluded. So the husband is definitely saying, please remember our secret moments and our private conversations. Because, boy, I didn't know then, but I know now that I knew the future. And I even told you in secret. So I want you to hold on to that because you can apply that for now. That's what, the guy is saying here. I think that's the husband guy because it comes off very intimate and caring. But I also see your neck. You want to massage your neck or keep heat on it and stretch it out lightly because it's been kind of sore lately. But other than that, like, everyone's like, you're doing good. That's how I'm going to end it. Back to you, Journey.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Desiree, I'm going to tell you that the energy that I see circling you and what's going on, I do see the husband's energy. He must have been young. I feel like he was before his time should have happened. And so that energy seems to be very, it's very sad. And I keep seeing something about music and being artistic, as Trinity was just saying about drawing. It'll help you connect. But I keep hearing music. She says, yes, he was 28. I got the man was very young. And it was way before his time. And he realizes that. He also wants you to know that he's sorry. That was something that, it's almost going to bring tears to my eyes because he is very comical as a person, but his emotions run deep. He was a very emotional person, but only you knew that side of his emotion. He did not show that to the world. But he wants you to know he's sorry. He loves you. He's with you. He has been trying to get your attention. He's something about a song that you're connected to. Go ahead and listen to it. You need to release some of your pressures.
You know, Journey, I'm also sensing that Air Supply is something he would like her to listen to. You know, Air Supply, that musical group or whatever from a long time ago.
Right.
But yeah, he might want her to check out some of them songs.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it too now, but I should look it up, I guess. Let me see.
Right.
I will tell her the song when I find it.
He's got a sorrow for leaving so early, and it was really sad because I picked it up immediately. It was the first emotion that came to me, and it was like, whoa. And so I just want her to know that he is sorry and he is there for her. And, you know, listen to the songs, listen to the music, be artistic, try to connect with what he's getting. These pictures that you're going to draw are going to be connections to him. It's going to help you release some of this pain that you're holding back, because I don't feel that you properly grieved either. And it's time to get that grieving out. It's time. Thank you, Desiree, for I hope I'm saying your name right. Desiree, for your question tonight. We are sorry that you lost your husband, but know he's with you, and that, you know, he does love you. And the biggest message was that he was sorry.
So no more guilt. You couldn't have changed it. It sounded like he said it was an accidental. He passed. It was like an accident of some sort that they thought they could have prevented. Now, the songs I'm getting, even though this might not be his generation, was Making Love Out of Nothing at All. And then the funny one is All Out of Love. I'm so lost without you. That's how it goes. But I don't know. What's he doing with them old songs? He must have been like them old soul kind of guys.
Absolutely.
They're the two songs I got.
His sorrow, when it came through, was the first thing I connected to. And I was like, I remember. Oh, God. That was deep.
That's because the anniversary's coming up. Yeah. So it's harder, too. Yeah.
But
a few more months.
There we go. But listen, Desiree, hang in there. Grieve. It's time. And he loves you. Thank you so much for connecting to us tonight. All right, I need Catherine Griffin or Ann Williams or Daryl to send me a question. She says he definitely was. It will be 1 year, March 1st.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Wow.
You felt it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you, Desiree. We're sorry. Remember, you always have family here at My Psychic Connection. We're on 5 nights a week. Tomorrow, we're going to be here with our dream interpreter, Marin. So if you have your dreams and you'd like to get a little bit of message out of the dream, not only is she going to tell you about the dream, I'm going to provide you with the psychic connection that comes with that dream. So get ready for it. It's going to be an awesome show. And then Friday night, we're here with Aquarius Roberts with all the tarot that you could have. He's going to be with us tuning in. So don't forget to tune in Friday night. It's going to be a great show. All right, Catherine. She has brought us her question from Facebook. And I'm going to leave you here with Trinity.
Okay. Well, Dan's mom, my brother-in-law's mom, sell me her minivan. She's going back and forth with it, and I think she's going to change her mind at the last minute. She's going back and forth with it. But okay, hold on. She's legally blind and isn't quite ready to let go. So it might be months or years picking anything up. And it's weird, Catherine. I'm actually getting exactly what you wrote before I read it all. I just see her going back and forth with it. I wouldn't, wait for it. I would just try a different route if I were you, if you could. And that's the quickest and easiest way I could say that. So I don't know, if you have a question that's a little deeper than that, because to be honest, that looks like a question where it's really something else you want to know. So I just want to tell you, don't give up on yourself. Even though I know you've heard that earlier from us, and it sounds like a repeating theme, but you can't let this depression get to you to the point where you start doubting yourself and it's hard to do easy things that you would normally do. And, putting your hopes in other people's, like when they go back and forth, it's not concrete. Like you said yourself. Let me read it again. Will Dan's mom, my brother-in-law's mom, sell me her minivan? She's legally blind and isn't quite ready to let it go. So it might be months or years. So I don't feel her ready to let it go. I don't feel her wanting to like even do that. There's issues going on with them, with the like the brother-in-law and the mom. So she's not feeling that giving right now, to be honest with you. So I really hope you the best for a vehicle, but right now I'm just actually more concerned about your health. I have a decent car, but was just told about this for the future. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have a decent car, that's wonderful then. That's wonderful because I don't think she's going to want to give it up right now. I see her holding on to a lot of stuff. She's holding on to a lot of different things because, you know what, and I don't want to get into it too much, you know, like as a behavior therapist, sometimes when we feel one thing, it goes to another. So what I'm saying is she's losing her sight, she's losing other things, she's losing friends, and she's just trying to hold on to whatever she can, as tight as she can. So I don't see her, you know, giving it up right away anytime soon. Like you said, it could be months at least. So definitely, I don't see her giving it up in the very near future. As far as you, like I said, Catherine, I'm more concerned about you because, I mean, tonight you're pretty happy, but then there's them days that when they come, they hit you hard. Like you don't get upset much, but when you do, it's severe and extreme. So that's why I'm saying try not to even let yourself get down that low if you can help it because you know there's people around you trying to be manipulative and then you sort of fall for it and then once you fall for it and you recover then you're mad at yourself. Like that happens sometimes, and that I think that's what really brings you down the most is when you're angry at yourself. So that is something spirit wanted to address with you, and that's something like I've seen you working on that, but then you gave up hope on that too. So you want to try to stay on the up and up and positive. And then like you had some questions, and I don't know why, but sometimes I just see the people's questions and you're asking, does this person like me, are they talking about me? But yeah, for you to even ask that is implicating like, yeah, they are. Don't worry about it, you know. Some people don't like themselves, so you shouldn't be offended if they don't like you, if you can think about that. So they can only give you what they have. If they don't have self-appreciation, self-respect, no, they're not going to be in it, you know, eager to give it to you. So it's not you, Catherine, it's them. How about that? Back to you, Journey.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Catherine, when it comes down to the dating situation, I'm going to tell you right now that, you know, it's going to take a really long time. I do feel eventually you would end up with it, but if you've got patience, what I see with this fan situation is she's going to want to use it almost like a crutch. Like, you need to take me around in my van to do this. You can take me around to do this. Kind of like if you're the person that's helping her with her getting around, maybe going to doctor's appointments or even going to the grocery store just so she can get out of the house, you know, I see that. And that's what she would eventually, whoever's doing that for her, that'll be the person who ends up with this fan. I feel like she's going to ask you to see if you can do a lot of things for her. I do feel like that is something that she puts in mind, but she is going to try to hold on to that transportation so she knows that she's got a comfortable, reliable ride to stay in while she's here. So at the moment, that's where I see that. But thank you so much, Catherine, for your question tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because, Kat, you're a beautiful person. Don't get all upset if people don't like you, but they don't like themselves either.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Daryl went ahead and put his question up, so we're going to take Daryl's question. I just seen it. Where did it go? There it is.
Right.
Daryl from Facebook would like to ask Trinity.
My finances. Whoa, that's a good. And do my father have anything to tell me? But I'm wondering, like, was there a sentence before you said my finances? And the father, he's like, he walks up, he's invisible, but he smacks you on the back of the head, like, hey, hey. He's like a rough masculine guy or something. But I guess it'll come clear. But what were you saying about your finances, though, Daryl? Let me see.
I'm picking up. He would like to know if they're going to get better.
He's going to the poorhouse. Do not pass go. No, yeah, they're going to get better. They're going to get better, but right now he's got to decide. I see it clearly. Like right now, he's got to decide what he's going to cut down on temporarily and increase them, because he's actually been putting out so much more, and things haven't been going the way he planned. They're going to get better in 2 months from now, and after that, it should steadily go up, because you're planning on investing your money in something, and it's going to be prosperous. So stay with that. Now, as far as the father, whoa, let me see. Maybe if I look at you, I'll see him. Nope, it doesn't work that way. Just trying something different, Journey. Let me see what the father wants to say. I don't know. Like, he's not saying much. He's very quiet. The father's coming off as the strong, silent type. It almost looks like to me that there were some addictions on earth before he passed over, that I don't know why they want to share that with me, but there were some addictions there that he struggled with. And he's like having a strong wanting to let you know that he's free and he's happy. And he didn't forget. Oh, wow. And he said he didn't forget. That was a response to what you were saying. So most of what I'm talking about is what you were talking about. So if you want to know if I'm accurate, you'll have to remember what you were thinking and saying and writing down, because that's actually what I'm responding to. Since that was a big question, anything from my father. Yeah, the father, like I said, I'll just talk about him. He loved sports. He liked animals, and he just wants to see you happy. That's the main thing I get from him. And he's sort of like being very supportive. You're welcome. And I'm gonna tell you now, he's definitely in your life and involved, and he's like a team player. And you got I believe you got some siblings though, a female, younger female, and he's a little looking at her like, okay, she needs to straighten up. And then there's some cousins that might be into some things. And he's like, okay, look, they got intercessors working on their behalf. So you don't have to put your energy out to try to keep helping people, because they have help already. And if they're turning down their spiritual help, they're certainly going to turn down your physical help, even though it doesn't look like it. And that's where he's saying that's where some of your resources went. And the dad, I don't know. He's saying something about grandkids or something. I don't know. So we'll leave that alone. He's saying something about grandkids. I guess they're up there with him and they're going to get born. But that's how I'm going to leave it for now. And he's laughing at me now because he's like, he knows exactly what I'm saying, and he knows how I'm saying it, and he knows how my voice is. Trinity doesn't. So she's like, whoa, where's this coming from? Like that. But yeah, I am like that. But that's how he's coming off at me. He's just saying, he's just showing me how he hits you. He roughs you up and he's playing with you, and he's still here. He's still around. Every now and then you do sense him, and he's telling me that you cried over him like a baby. You really did. Like, it was just such a deep hurt over him. And he wants you to continue your studies. He said you slipped up a little bit, but continue your studies that you were working on, because that is helping you a lot. I'm going to pass it to Journey now, Daryl. I hope that was a help to you and some comfort.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the finances. I do feel like finances are definitely going to change for you, but it is going to take a little bit of time. They feel like they're going to stay in the situation that they're in right now. I don't feel like an uprise when it comes to your finances. As we get into June, that's where things seem to be going up, and I see a little bit more finances coming in through the door. So you're going to make some money. It's going to put a smile on your face and put a little bit pep back into what you're doing in order to make money. So it's definitely going to pick up for you. And that's when I see, you're feeling strong about it, feeling more confident. Kind of brings back the confidence with what you're doing. So it really makes a big difference for you. So get prepared for change in June when it comes to finances, as it does for connecting with your father. I can see him around. I can see him trying to stay strong with you. Know that he's proud. So, continue to keep doing what you're doing. I also get you're in transition, Daryl. You're really trying to find a new direction for yourself. It's telling me right now just to kind of look and see what's going on around you. Pay attention to the things that are going on, and you're going to see that things are going to get better. So right now is the time for you just to be patient. Got to kind of just go with the flow. Don't go against the current. All right, Daryl, thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. I know there was a lot of questions, but if you guys join us here on Friday, we're going to be here with Aquarius Roberts. He's going to give you guys some great information for readings. If you want to get your dream interpreted, check us out tomorrow night. We're going to be here with Marin. And Daryl said, thank you. You are welcome, man. Hang in there. Remember, you got a family in us. We're here to help support you.
So the dad, I'm sorry to say that now. He's like, I'm like, oh, now you're telling me. Okay, right. So the dad, what he's trying to say is the reason he was roughing him up is he's referring to working out.
Yes.
The dad works out with Daryl. He does sit-ups and push-ups with him, or they walk together or something. But when Daryl's working out, the dad comes along with him. That's what he was saying.
That's awesome. Yep.
I love that.
So, but guys, this has been a beautiful show. Trinity, I love it. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Me too. Thanks.
And we want to say thank you guys so much. Join us here tomorrow night to do dream interpretations. And then on Friday, we're going to do more readings with Aquarius Roberts. Now, remember, the 28th of February is the last day to join us on YouTube to win the prize for February. But remember, all the names that are on the YouTube, no matter what time you joined, will always be in the drawing for the following month of March. So March, we're going to have another drawing. Every month, we'll have a drawing. You'll win a cool prize. We've got awesome smartwatches, things like this. We have lots of other little devices and coolers and all kinds of cool and fun stuff. Free minutes on the website. And don't forget to check out My Psychic Connection if you want a more in-depth reading. You can find us at mypsychicconnection.com. When you sign up, you get free minutes and additional free minutes every time you add funds. Now, when you sign up on your account right now, you have to wait for it to get approved. Once it's approved, then you can add funds. So that's how that's working. But you'll get 3 free minutes to start off with. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. Trinity and I are so happy you guys joined us tonight.
Bye.
You again tomorrow. I'll be here with Marin doing dream interpretations. Trinity will be here next Wednesday. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Have a great one. This is Journey and Trinity signing off.
Bye.